I hate myself. But maybe I could love myself. Maybe my life could have a greater value. That's right. I am no more or less than myself. I am me. I want to be myself. I want to continue existing in this world.
Take this! But
What the hell was that?
In this terrible anime, there are no deep thought-provoking questions that one might ask oneself, such as, what is the meaning of my existence? What is the pursuit of one's dream? Is man formed by nature or nurture? You have none of that, just fan service disguised as comedy.
Yes, plenty of highly praised anime contain deep meanings and ask the viewer meaningful questions about life. But the question I'd like to ask is, does a show really have to? Can an anime not be bad through other means? Sometimes it feels like some fans hold anime as a medium to a higher standard, as opposed to non-anime shows. They need a series to have a thought-provoking, intellectual message to satisfy them. I've never really felt that way, as I've fallen in love with plenty of series that lack them. Just like how some of the waifus I've fallen in love with don't have much depth to their personality. They're just hot. Plus, can an anime's deep underlying lesson be what I make of it? Who's to say the grapes on Monetta's head don't symbolize my thirst for 2D women? If people can manage to find deepness in Jaden Smith's tweets, then anything can be deep. Or maybe I just enjoyed an anime for other traits. After all, it feels like that's what we've been doing with other mediums. When I look back to some of the classic cartoons we watched as kids, we didn't enjoy them for some deep message. We loved them because they made us laugh, entertained us, and let us see wacky things we couldn't necessarily experience in real life. Like how Ed, Edd n Eddy made us feel normal to play with our wood. Sure, some cartoons I'm talking about do hold minor lessons in them, but the real reason we enjoyed them so much as kids was the comedy and the absurdity. Even today, we still appreciate those cartoons for the same things. Their fights didn't need to have some symbolic reasoning behind them, they just existed for shit like a mouse stealing a cat's milk. I think another great aspect that's shared between those types of cartoons is that they're very easy to take in. What I mean by that is, as humans, we aren't always in the mood for shows with deep themes that require heavy brain usage and focus. Sure, maybe there's days where I'm feeling existential dread. If my waifus aren't real, then was all the love we shared non-existent? So, I watched something like Evangelion to form an emotional connection with the themes of the series and to better understand my thoughts. So it's okay if I jack off over a girl in a comatose state. People don't always need that type of connection though. They have days where work stressed them out, so they don't want to think about things anymore. They need something silly to cheer them up, or something not complex that lets them set their brains to autopilot. Then there's nights where you're horny and your dick's like, boy, you better play something lewd or I'ma blow my whole load when you least expect it. So you give High School DxD a watch. Thus, shows being more accessible can be a very positive trait. Different kinds of anime for different moods. And anime sure has a wide pull to select from. I've even seen some series try too hard to be deep when they didn't need to, so it hindered the things that would have just made them good on their own. This all reminds me of an issue I've seen some fans hold for certain series. They have this paranoia that the stranger or more perverse shows will scare other people from ever getting into anime. Frankly, I don't give a sprinkle fuck. They were never gonna be true fans anyways. Honestly, I'd argue that the more niche anime and variety that exists, the more likely one might get interested in it. A bunch of college dudes in goofy drunken scenarios trying to get some pussy by the beach? Here you go, frat boys, I've got a series for you. Congratulations, Steve, you're now an anime fan. Give up on your NFL dreams and watch that anime. Or maybe you're an inbred redneck that feels ashamed about carrying on your family tradition. Just watch Oremo. Or are you a soccer mom looking for something to reaffirm your Christian values and obsession with your children? Just watch My Hero Academia for Deku's mom. See, isn't anime so welcoming? With so many shows to choose from, there's no way there isn't multiple simple in nature anime that aren't bad. Look at Food Wars and High School of the Dead. I'd say they don't have much depth, but damn did I find them captivating. Food Wars appealed to me through its quirky characters, unique concept, and absurd yet detailed food explanations. High School of the Dead isn't much more than hot girls and zombie violence at its core, but I found that it fantastically executed the things that that type of show is supposed to do. It gave me plenty of adrenaline rushes through its wacky, intense action scenes, and I found myself passionately rooting for the characters to survive. I was certainly able to turn my brain off during it. Not that I was worried about zombies eating it or anything, although it sure seems harder for shows to achieve this when they're super fan service driven or there's something oversaturated like Isekai. Megalobox and the movie I Want to Eat Your Pancreas are recent well-received anime that have underlying lessons and meaningful messages, yet are both relatively cliche and simple, but we still praise them because they executed exactly what they were trying to do so well. The dying love interest trope exists hundreds of times in various mediums, but the manner in which Pancreas executed it and tore me apart through its spectacularly crafted emotional scenes still made it a phenomenal movie in my eyes. Though, I feel like certain other kinds of anime don't receive this treatment. It feels like some people treat me as a sinner if I say a comedic fan service show isn't bad because it does what it's supposed to do well. There's an entire skill required art form to well-timed panty shots, man. Or why can't I say an isekai is well made despite its clichéness? Sure, that time I got reincarnated as a slime and Rising of the Shield Hero have popular acclaim, but that didn't stop some people from viewing their popularity as super negative because of what they are compared to other popular shows. For me, it was never about those anime teaching me some porn star level deep life lesson. It was about the fun journey into a new fantasy world where I got to witness awesome fights, world progression, interesting creatures, cute waifus, and many other interesting elements. We connected with Nafumi and Rimuru not through some sort of deep symbolism for the meaning of life, but because as weebs with boring lives, we desired a fantasy experience like theirs. Well, you know, minus the fact that the royals naturally treated Nafumi like shit, started him off with nothing, some bitch framed him and turned everyone against him and had him humiliated in front of the whole city, and then proceeded to Team Rocket the fuck out of him for the rest of the series. Yeah, except for that part. Now this isn't the only way to connect with an anime. If Sarazanmai can form connections through its usage of gay frogs, anything is possible. Well, honestly, these frogs get pretty damn balls deep. One can connect with the characters in Monster Musume because they're tired of people kink-shaming them. We can connect with Kakagure because we're horny for gambling, but most of us are weebs living paycheck to paycheck so we can't afford to do it in real life, so we have someone else make us horny. Shonen anime connect us with their main characters standing up to the bullies, making us feel powerful enough to do so in real life.
I have the power of God and anime on my side!
And then we still get the crap beaten out of us. Goblin Slayer let Magic the Gathering players see what it would be like to carry out their revenge fantasy. Pop Team Epic let us experience what taking bath salts is like without having to deal with the drawbacks of actually taking them. Tom and Jerry let us connect with one of the two of them over that one person in life we can't ever seem to get along with. Cute girls doing cute things is hella relatable because we truly know that deep down inside we all just want to be cute anime girls living the life. Sure, you can argue that certain anime I've mentioned in this video aren't good due to other reasons or they're not quality examples of their respective genres. The point I'm trying to make though is that with so many series out there, I don't think anyone can truly say there aren't quality examples of all kinds of anime. One that proficiently executes the individual things it wants to accomplish rather than striving to be some 200 IQ work of art that makes everyone question their existence. I mean, that's pretty much what I try to do with most of my YouTube videos. A fair amount of them weren't intended to have some sort of deep, inspiring message behind them. Sometimes I just wanted to fanboy over an anime and have others connect with me and share my passion over it. Or I just wanted to do a goofy anime skit with the simple intent of making someone laugh or feel entertained. Maybe I just wanted to literally shitpost. Who's to say a shitpost can't be brilliant? This leads me to my complaint of the anime board on Reddit. A popular outlet for anime discussion and news, Reddit's anime board feels foaming with the issues I've been bringing up. For example, you get called out for calling certain anime good. If you praise an anime in a way that doesn't fit their criteria, expect to get downvoted till your post score is lower than where a Bible Black character's pussy hangs. I've tried posting my own videos there, and I've been hounded not for the quality of the video itself, but simply because some of the titles were very claimy about the anime being good. And honestly, the videos really didn't even suck their own titles dick. They were just names I pulled out my ass that I thought would gather interest. I mainly intended the videos to be anime celebration pieces that made people chuckle or smile because they connected with me having similar thoughts. astronauts. I could tell by the wording of their comments that they likely didn't even watch the video, and that the title set an entire California forest fire under their assholes. Meanwhile, the guinea pig moderators don't know how to properly enforce their own guideline for whether someone's actually breaking the advertising rules. They were even idiotic enough to remove the music video for Shelter because it didn't fit their purest definition of anime. You know, even though a Japanese studio totally didn't collab with them on it or anything, these guys probably stay in their house so much that even seeing the sun within an anime is dangerous for them. Overall, some of the people at this place are a textbook example of what I'm talking about, and their existence isn't limited to just there. Every anime place you go, there's at least one cum-coated asshole that cries over an anime doing something that's been done before, or some dastardly dingleberry that declares an anime ruined just cause there's a single panty shot. I hope the next panty shot they see, the panties defy gravity, shoot off the girl's legs and onto their head, then take control of their brain, turning them into a fan service loving puppet. Yes, there's a time and place, but I'm shocked when people bitch about fan service in shows like Food Wars. People hate on fan service and overdone stuff like isekai and shonen just for the sake of hating them, it feels like. If it doesn't appeal to their tastes and preferences, then it's trash. And I'm calling the absolute bullshit hotline because who says even trash can't be beautiful on the inside? Who says something needs to be super intellectual? With people throwing things away so easily, think about all the various treasures you might be able to find in the garbage. It's got plenty of food.
I started eating garbage.
There's multiple portals to fantasy worlds, lesbian sister cucking, enough angsty edge to cut yourself with, giant titties in space, whole harems, waifus. Hell, look, there's even a stupid ass raccoon in here. You know, maybe one weeb's trash is another weeb's late night fap. Also, think of all the important things in life that trash has taught us. Domestic Girlfriend taught us that you better be damn good at geometry if you choose to complicate your life by getting into a love triangle with your teacher and your stepsister. And Shimonetta quite literally taught us that we shouldn't even be ashamed of these perverted things. Darling in the Franxx taught us that it's okay to change our career path, even if it's probably not the best idea.
Fuck being an elf. I want to become a ninja.
Prison school turned me into the ass man that I am today, and it helped me learn the truth about breasts just being replacement asses. Sword Art Online taught us that no matter how popular and knowledgeable we are in a game, it doesn't necessarily stop people in real life from thinking we're trash. But that's okay, Kirito. It's okay that you're trash. Because listen people, you may call our anime and our tastes trash, but don't you ever deny the potential that trash has. We have reached an enlightened state where we see the merits in things like fan service. We know it doesn't have to ruin an anime. Like imagine if stuff like the Avengers had a panty shot of the Hulk. Instant upgrade. So go ahead and go on your anti-fan service tirade and preach the anime should be super deep. You can demand for censoring all you want. You can downvote our favorite anime on Mal. You can tell us our favorite series have no depth. You can say we only enjoy stuff like isekai because we're a bunch of neck-bearded degenerates that want to escape our lackluster lives. But that won't stop us. We'll jerk off to the light rays over someone's tits and develop a whole fetish around it. We'll just kill ourselves and get transported to our own fantasy worlds. We'll find the missing depth inside our waifu's behinds. Who's to say our booty can't be deep as made in abyss? We'll grow neckbeards so large that you'll never be able to cut us down. And we'll never forget the ideals that were instilled in us by our anime, because we'll be degenerates now, and we'll be degenerates forever, and nothing you can do or say can ever take that away from us. So go! So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. Hopefully you understood at least some of what I was trying to get at. Or maybe you think I was just, this is solemnly me trying to relieve myself getting triggered at a single person shitting on my beautiful Keijo. Maybe it was just an excuse for me to shit on the mods at Reddit's anime board. Who knows? But really, I just want to see more series be able to thrive through methods outside of being deep, because that's always felt like an issue with some anime fans to me. That something doesn't have to be bad despite its trashy themes, and that it's not insane to call something simplistic good. People might disagree with most of the examples I used in this video, but there's so many anime out there, so I hope they'll try to view things for what they're trying to be, and not some pretentious ideal that they've built up in their head. But for real, fuck this guy though, how dare he insult Keijo. What's up, Booty Brigade? Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Unfortunately, I got it out later than what I originally wanted to. But, I'm still glad it's done. It was just, I had to get balls deep with that one. And also wanted to let you guys know, I have some other stupid videos also in the works for the rest of this month. I also wanted to let any returning viewers who weren't aware about it know, as well as new viewers as well, that I now have a Patreon and a Ko-fi where you can support me at. You know, if if you like what I'm doing and you want to see me be able to even shitpost harder, you know, links to the Patreon and the Ko-fi are down below. And I also want to give a big thanks to Shin AMV for supporting me on Patreon this month. He gave me $10 under the condition that I'd let him slap the shit out of me. And so, you know, if you ever meet me in person and you want to slap the fuck out of me, if, you know, for some of the stupid shit I say, you know, just give me them $10. So also feel free to check out some of my other works as well. And feel free, you know, make sure to hit that bell button below to get notifications for when I upload. And also, if you haven't, give me that big old subscribe button. But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out, Booty Brigade.